And I'm an asshole, and that's okay. I piss people off, and it makes my day. Hey, welcome back again to John Sees the World, or is it John Sees the World? You know, we're still here.
Will we ever find out?
Huh?
Will we ever find out?
No, we probably won't. Okay, that's just one of them things. But in the news today, I'm not going to talk about politics. You know, everybody talks about politics and people get all upset and whatnot. I'm not going to talk about, the dummy that's gone out there and put private information on a server, a private server, and then left it wide open to get hacked and then trolled about it. I thought that was funny. I'm not going to talk about the government defunding everybody on day one. We're talking within 2 hours of being inaugurated and defunded everybody. Only to realize by day two, oh, we fucked up. We need to unscrew that.
You never mentioned that.
No, I'm not going to mention that. I'm not going to talk about the Gulf of Mexico becoming the Gulf of what? Are you out of your mind?
I still can't fucking believe that shit.
I mean, you talk about some anal retentive bullshit. Somebody's ego needs to be unchecked on that one. Shit, man. You know, I mean, this is supposed to be a safe space, and I don't want anybody to feel like they're excluded here. I want them to have a good time. You know, I'm not going to talk about the fact that they decided to defund DIE and anything with trans in it, only to defund organizations whose word trans equates with transport or transpire or trans something else, not transvestite or anything like that, which, yeah, they defunded them too because you have a trans. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm not going to talk about the fact that they fired all these probationary nuclear inspectors and then the next day realized, oh shit, we fucked up again. And then played hell trying to find these people as they scattered to the four winds to go find their own fortune, in the upcoming future that they, whatever that is at. So yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. Oh God. I mean, there's so many wrongs committed by these people that it's unbelievable. And now we're going to get on to the show. Yeah, that was from when we did the Wishbone. I save shit. What can I say? I'm a chicken bone hoarder. Look, it's a chicken bone, and I hoard them.
That's the one we snapped and the top popped off.
And the top popped off, and neither one of us won. We both lost. Like, well, isn't that appropriate? A couple of losers. Okay, so our show tonight is brought to you by Chichoke. Our ingredients are all natural, from dirt to dish. You trusted us before, and we tried to kill you. Trust us again, and we'll try to kill you again. Over 8,100,000 killed and counting. Chichoke. Also, manipads. When you positively, absolutely have to have it overnight and look like you're packing at the same time. Manipads. Do not use near water. Oh, Christ. Sometimes I think I have too much fun with this stuff. Now, you folks who do follow, you may notice that I'm not on here every week, but at least once a month we try to put something out. But, well, you know how that goes. Today, though, we're a little late producing the show and creating it and such. We got caught up in a sort of butthole emergency. My toilet decided that it wanted to leak all over the damn place. So we had to replace it. And Richard, in his kindness, provided me with a Lux bidet. I've never used a bidet before. So the first time I use this damn thing, I'll be like, what the hell is that?
Swear to God, you will be converted.
I probably will. I'm not gonna, I mean, yeah. I probably will. I'll sit there and wash my balls all day long. Just John's not answering the phone. He's probably watching his balls again. Damn it. It's Richard's fault. He gave him that damn toy. So now I've got a brand new toilet, which, by the way, is advertised as being able to flush 7 billiard balls. My cousin's wife contacted me and told me, yeah, we bought the same toilet, John, don't do it. It plugged up on us almost immediately. I said, okay. But seeing as I've got a bidet, I got nothing to plug it up with. Well, maybe a turd or two, but from the looks of it, it's going to work okay. So now I've got this brand new toilet, brand new bidet. I haven't even sat on the damn thing.
You haven't christened it.
No, I haven't christened it yet. Before the night is out, I will end up having to christen it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Seeing if it stays in place or if it decides to go, boop, get off me, fat boy.
Let me know if the bidet shifts around, because we might have to get like longer bolts. I don't know. It feels like it's on there though.
Well, okay,
and I turned it on.
I just don't trust this whole plastic thing because my last toilet, the toilet seat I had on there was about 10 years old, was coming apart at the back end. I kept gluing it back together with super glue, and then it would come apart after a while, and I'd glue it back together. Finally, it came apart entirely and took me and my shitty ass to the floor. Yeah, that was no fun. Damn it, I got to get shower. But it took us 3 toilet seats before we found one that would not fall off the damn toilet when I sat on it. The first 2 just didn't hold up. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe we installed them wrong. Maybe I'm too big for them or something. I don't know. I mean, I got a fat ass, but come on. The third one, it finally worked, and I was happy with that one. I was very happy with that. And then the toilet breaks. So now we got a new toilet with a new toilet seat, and I'm like, I don't know about this toilet seat. Those are plastic screws. I've had nothing but trouble with them bastards before. So we'll see how that goes when I christen my new toilet and my new bidet. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. I'm looking at this picture where it shows this little jet of water going.
Got very good aim.
If you got a crack, it'll give it a whack.
It'll wake you up. It'll wake you up the first time you use it.
Now, the interesting thing I didn't know about bidets that Richard explained to me and then showed me on the bidet itself, on the controls and such, not only is there a pressure setting, so you can get, more water and wider dispersion, for those of us with a big ass. There's a male-female setting, which make a difference.
Just adjust the angle a little bit.
Yeah, and if you get the female setting, you're probably going to have it going up your backside if you're a guy,
It'll probably hit your gooch or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But, that was kind of interesting. So I'm looking forward to using it. I'm looking forward to bathing in the beauty that is a bidet. I can't talk about bidets enough, can I? We've been down this road before, haven't we, with the bidets?
I think so.
Oh,
Lord. Yeah. It sounds too familiar because, I can't. I can't use the restroom anywhere else. I can't. I've been spoiled. You're just pushing peanut butter around. It's gross.
Well, that happens. You gotta do what you gotta do. Then that just gives you a reason to use your own bidet when you get home. Yeah, let me go sit on the toilet, honey. Okay, you did take a shit out there, didn't you? Yeah, I did. I gotta go sit on the toilet.
Both toilets got one.
Huh?
Both toilets have one.
Yeah.
I never have guests over, but if I did, I'm waiting for the day that somebody comes over and goes, "Where's your bathroom?" It's right around the corner. I want to know if they get curious. I bet guy tried to use it or something, yeah.
Yeah, I could see you standing outside, crouched outside the fucking bathroom door and waiting for them to, initiate it. And with your phone out there and they're, ah! Richard's collection of first-time users of the bidet. Have we talked about shit enough today? We weren't really talking about shit. We were talking about bidets, but
I lost the word. I that was. Oh God, I'm really out of shape. That was a workout for me.
Hey, Richard.
What was it?
Model pose.
Oh, I'm off. I'm way off.
Those of you who've been following the show, I throw those in there once in a while. I was going to get you a word for the week. Skipped my mind. I guess the word for the week will be bidet. If you don't know what a bidet is, well, once again, you need to go out, research it for yourself, find out, maybe get one, set it up. Let us know what you think in the comments.
Turn it on.
Sock monkey, yeah, bidet, no. Unsock monkey, he loves bidet. And then we got the little tiny sock monkey. The only problem with the bidet for him is he has to sit on the toilet sideways. He's so skinny just to fit. And when he hits the bidet, it sort of hits the side of his cheek and really doesn't do much. I took my nephews to a Disney on Ice downtown at one of the arenas one night, right?
Yeah.
And the youngest one, Paulie, he couldn't have been more than 5, maybe 6 years old. And his brother Peter was, 7 or 8. And Paulie's like, John Michael, bathroom, I gotta go bathroom. I said, okay. So I take him and Peter, and we go to the bathroom, and I'm standing outside the stall waiting on Paulie, and Paulie, you done? Paulie, you done? Not yet. Paulie, you done? Almost. I said, what the hell? And I opened the door to look in there. Paulie was so small and skinny, he had to sit sideways on the toilet to fit in there so he wouldn't fall in. And he had a hand on the rim here, and he had a hand on the back there, and he's like, like, Jesus Christ. You're going to wash them mitts once you're done here, right, pal? You're not digging in my goddamn popcorn with them hands like that. Jesus. My nephews, I love them to death. So, tonight's first story is about a subject near and dear to mine and Richard's heart, because we've worked with these people from time to time. These people were a trip, man. We worked for the Air Force at an Air Force computer help desk, which served almost the entire Air Force, I guess. And about a year or two into it, they opened up another site, Gunter Air Force Base, which is Louisiana or Mississippi or something like that. It's out there somewhere down there on the Gulf Coast. But these people were, to say the least, lacking in imagination, and I hate to say it, in intelligence on some of them. How they got a job as a tech, I have no fucking idea.
Well, they were worse than what we had.
Oh yeah, we had some bad techs. This one, one that comes to mind for me would be Brain Bell. Guy's name was really Brian Bell. But when they brought him in through training, somebody misspelled his name on his form for his account and everything, and he showed up in the he showed up as in the network as Brain Bell. And no amount of complaining or whatever we tried to do or Nos tried to do could fix it. It wouldn't go away. They tried to rebuild his account, and so he was known as Brain Bell. But anyways, these folks at Gunter, they were a special bunch. Okay, they were what we used to call Jerry's kids. I don't know if you know the reference or not, but I'm talking about Jerry Lewis and the telethons that he did every year. These are definitely Jerry's kids. And we referred to them as guntards. Believe me, they did not like that at all. Because I, for one, was not afraid to go ahead and just openly message one of them. Is there a guntard open right now that wants to talk? I need some help with something or an opinion. And
probably just pissed off half the internet too.
Yeah, who are you talking to? Who's a Gunter? What's a Gunter? So, you work at Gunter? Yeah. Think about it. Guntard, I'm not a... Yeah, you are. These folks would try to slow work down. When I was an event manager at the time, routing tickets, making sure they had all the appropriate information in them and such, and getting them to the proper people to fix, situations that we didn't have permissions to fix. Or, excuse me, if we had a high ticket, it was up to me to contact the right personnel and such, and ensure that high ticket was seen and taken care of immediately. And these people would try to slow me and my other event manager down. We were told we could only have 5 tickets at a time assigned to us. Well, me and Ed, we'd been doing this for a while now, and we were used to grabbing 50 to 100 tickets at a time, or in some cases, on some nights, just for a little variation, he would start at the top of the list with the newest tickets, I'd start at the end of the list with the oldest tickets, and we'd work our way toward each other, or we'd reverse it. And then by 3 or 4, maybe 5 hours later, we would be done with our list of tickets, and then we'd spend the next 3 hours sitting around doing nothing. Except, John and talking to each other or anyone around us. Well, these guntards, they were started complaining about us assigning tickets, 50 at a time to us. They started screenshotting what we had saved to ourselves and telling us, you can only have 5 tickets. You can only... And me and Ed were like, yeah, well, whatever. We're going to continue to do 50 tickets at a time for ourselves because we know we're going to complete them in probably 3 or 4 more times that, and no problem by the end of shift. And seeing as the ticket queue's got 600, 700 tickets in it, I don't think that'll be a problem. Y'all want to go 5 at a time, you go 5 at a time. We got better things to do. Well, they turned out they sent these screenshots to the assistant site lead with an email complaining about our behavior and how we wouldn't listen to them, and we just kept on assigning more and more tickets to ourselves. And finally, he got so fed up and tired with it, he sent the screenshot back with the words, "Leave them the fuck alone," on it. He was tired of hearing from them. As far as he was concerned, Ed and I were doing a job, doing it well, doing it professionally, and without any input from the guntards. And that's, basically what a guntard was. They were just, wow, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, another little guntard story out there. There was a guy there at one point, and this is like 2012, maybe 2013. I'm not quite sure on the year there. But there was a rap song out at that time. It was called Lollipop. If y'all want to look this up on the internet and YouTube or something, feel free. I've only seen the lyrics to the song once. And that was when a guntard decided to put it in the general messaging application that we use to talk to each other. He had meant to send it to a friend of his and not put it out there in public. It was some pretty crude stuff. I had a good laugh over it. But apparently 5 minutes later, his name disappeared from the list of people who were in chat, and we never saw his name again. They fired him right then and there. They let him go. Only a guntard would pull that kind of stunt, I gotta tell you. Now, over in Gunther, they had, I think it was 3 or 4 event managers to our 2 or 3 event managers. Yeah. We generally worked with only 2 event managers, Ed and I. And I was having a conversation on direct message with one of the event managers over there who kept wanting me to send a ticket to a certain place. And I had explained to him several times, no, it doesn't go there. Here's what the problem is. I already looked up the account. I've already looked everything I need to look at, in our network. Here's where the problem is. It's not what you think. It goes here. And seeing as the ticket was assigned to me, I was the one who's going to decide where it went. And if it went to the wrong place, then that's on me. And that's my problem. I'm the one who gets in trouble for that. Well, we sat there and we discussed this. Him in a rather loud and cap lock sort of way for several minutes until finally he went silent suddenly. He wasn't there. He wasn't saying anything. I'm like, okay, fine. I guess he finally got the message. He understands I need to send this here and not there. So I did that. I sent the ticket off to where it had to go, and yes, it got fixed by the proper personnel. Well, about 10 minutes later, one of the other event managers over there messaged me and said, what the hell did you say to him? And I replied back, well, what are you talking about? To so-and-so. Oh, you're talking about the other guy I was just talking to a while back. He goes, yeah, what the hell did you say to him? I said, not much, just that he didn't know what he was doing, and I was going to take care of it. It was my ticket. It was assigned to me. I'm going to take care of it. Says, John, he just went Hulk on his cubicle. I go, what are you talking about? He went Hulk. He stood up, started roaring and tearing his cubicle and equipment apart right there in front of everybody. He went absolutely ape shit. They had to walk him out.
Holy crap.
Damn. So yeah, I killed a guntard. I'm sorry, I killed a guntard. No, I'm not. Well, the weak shall die, the strong shall live. Oh, God. No, this next one is about a fellow co-worker. His name is Charlie. I won't give you his last name, of course. No need for that. But Charlie was what we called a pit boss. He had like 4 or 5 techs underneath him that he would assign tickets to, and then if they ran into problems, he would assist them with those problems. And of course, my job at the time was an event manager. And I did my thing. I didn't have to worry about being in a pit. I didn't have to worry about being part of a crew. I had a specific role to fill, and I filled it. Well, we had a new girl there. And Charlie was, in a rather loud voice, letting her know that, yeah, and be careful everything you do, because I got my eye on you. I looked over to her and said, hey, look, don't worry about Charlie. He's only got one eye anyways. He can't keep a lookout. And about that time he looks up, how did you know? I didn't. He busted himself. He's only got one eye. I was like, dude, it was a joke. What the fuck? You only got one eye? Yeah, I only got one eye. I said, damn. Of course, the young lady he was talking to was losing it as well. Everybody around us is laughing their asses off. You're like, oh, God, there goes John again. He found something else to play with. Can't keep that boy from playing with shit. Just for some reason, he gets a hold of it. He's got to play with it until it breaks, and there he goes. He broke another one. I couldn't help myself. Yeah, so he became known as Charlie One Eye. He was a very good friend, still a Facebook friend. Hear from him on occasion. So he probably thinks I was one of the craziest bastards out there. So. Now, I generally, for the last 40 years of working, I generally worked at nights. There was 1 or 2 years there where I worked day shift, but the vast majority of the past 4 years, I've been on night shift. It's my preferred shift. It's what I enjoy. There's no office politics, less bosses to worry about, a little more leeway in getting things done so that they get done. They hand you an assignment or you get a ticket that looks difficult. Well, do what you got to do and get it done. And sometimes you got to bend the rules a little to do it. But at one point, when I was over at the ESD working nights, for some reason they put me back on day shift. Now, I'm not a day shift guy. I don't like coming in at 7 a.m, hungover and feeling like hell and needing 5 cups of coffee to wake me up and get me started.
You can keep that shit.
I came in one morning on a Saturday morning, and the night techs were sitting there, and we had a brand new night tech, a guy named Blake. Good guy, really good guy. He and I became good friends after this incident, but he wouldn't know it. From the starts anyway, from the way it started. So I walked in, and he looks up at me and says, oh, okay, so this is what went on last night. And blah, 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 blah. And I lowered my glasses a little. I looked at him. Shut the fuck up. And poor Blake is just sitting there. What? Let me have a goddamn cup of coffee before you start talking to me about this shit. Son of a bitch. And the guy sitting next to him was like, I told you. Blake and I became very good friends, so I still hear from him from time to time. So anyways, they put me on day shift. And the thing about being on day shift is, well, I treat it pretty much like I would treat night shift. I talk to everybody around me. I talk to people on the phone, about things that maybe I shouldn't talk about. And by that, I mean having a human discussion instead of just talking about tech and whatnot, sharing ideas, things like that. And I have, well, as you could tell, I don't know if you could tell from these videos or not, I have a rather loud and commanding voice. It tends to carry all over a room. One of my buddies, when he first started working there, he told me, yeah, my first night I came in, and you were standing there over another tech talking to him about something and whatnot. And I thought, wow, that guy's important. Listen to that goddamn voice. He carries all over the place. He looks like he knows what he's doing. I didn't have a damn clue. But as my brother Chris is fond of saying, when you go someplace new, go in there like you're cock of the walk. Best thing around. Just fail till you make it. Okay, fine. So they put me on day shift. And of course they sat me near the server, which is a very noisy area to take phone calls in. It's sometimes hard to hear the customer on the line. The server, however, was not loud enough to drown out my laughter, my discussions. There was another room behind the room that we sat in taking calls, and they took calls as well in that other room. And they were getting reports that, is John out there? And they go, how do you know John's out there? I used to work nights, and I know that voice and that laugh. They would hear me clear out into another room over all the noise from the other techs talking on the phone. So that only lasted for about a month, and they put me back on nights where I belong, where I wanted to be anyway. So. And how long have we been going on this? Where's that?
27 minutes.
Oh, not too long. Not too bad. Good. We got time for some more bullshit. The Smokers Revolt. Now, I am currently a non-smoker. I'm waiting to have surgery done on my hip to replace my hip, so I don't suffer the way I have been for the past 11 years or so. And one of the requirements of that is I had to give up smoking. The doctor said, you cannot smoke before the operation. Well, that was about a year and a half ago, and there's a couple other things I need to meet that I haven't been able to meet, but I'm working on.
Holy crap. Yeah.
But when I was a smoker at ESD, about my third year in, I guess it was, and I was there for 5 years. But my third year in, they decided we could not smoke in the building, which was okay, fine, understood, not a problem. We could not smoke in the smoking area on the outside of the building anymore. And we could not smoke in the parking lot. If you wanted to have a cigarette, you had to go off property, or you had to sit in your car and smoke, which of course made no damn sense to me. I mean, I was sitting in my car, smoke a cigarette, put my ash out the window. What the hell? So we had a smokers revolt and came up with our own personal solution. Quite a few of the guys and the girls there drove pickup trucks, and quite a few of them were smokers. So what we did is we got a list of everybody who owned a pickup truck and worked on night shift, and we would rotate that list around, truck to truck on a weekly basis. And the whole idea was that when you went outside to have a cigarette, you would crawl up in the bed of the truck, stand there, smoke your 1 or 2 cigarettes, whatever. Throw the butt down on the ground. Of course, you don't want to make a mess in your friend's truck. And go back in. They didn't like it. But technically, they couldn't do anything about it. So, one morning, about 8 of us went out there, stood in the back of our friend's truck, and just stood there smoking cigarettes, just to annoy them, have them go, what the hell are these people up to now? But yeah, that was a smokers revolt. We had some fun with that. Now, you already understand that, or gathered, that Richard and I, we worked at the same place for a number of years. Richard was on what we call swing shift. I was on the graveyard shift, which, is one of my favorite places to be. Swing shift. Yeah, I remember Amy. I liked Amy. Amy was no nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was straight to the point, and she was a straight shooter. She was honest with you.
Yeah.
The other jackass you had.
Richard, what am I going to do with you?
Dude, I was thinking the same thing looking at some of the tickets that you were in. I was like, oh, shit, he did not put that in it. Oh, my God, look what he put in this ticket. And Ed, you remember Ed? The guy who had the motorcycle that was an event manager like me, kind of a heavyset guy with a beard and mustache. Ed would look at those tickets and just shake his head. But we both, now that became a thing for us, is looking for you in tickets. Because he wanted to see what impossibly crazy bullshit you were saying now in such a way that you pissed off everybody.
Oh, look, I'm one of those people, if I find an opportunity to take a piss, I'm going to do it. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna do it. I don't care if it's in a ticket or not. Yeah, I'm gonna start.
You weren't taking a piss.
I'm gonna,
You were taking people's head and shoving it in the bowl and giving them a goddamn swirly on them tickets. Holy Christ!
Well, I remember somebody had sent in an email. They're like, we need this email, this specific email wiped off of the Exchange server. It's called Football or Pussy. And I was like, Football or Pussy? Who do we route this to? And it was like INOSC or something like that. I don't have access to the Exchange server to remove stuff. So I was like, I'm routing this over to INOSC West to tackle this issue.
And of course, they didn't want to.
Oh man!
What?
I sent it over there for them to tackle the issue.
Yeah, well, they ain't going to tackle shit over there.
I specifically said tackle the issue.
Oh. And then what happened?
God damn it, man! If I have to explain the joke.
Yeah, you're going to have to explain the joke because I'm just sitting here dumbfounded, like deer in the headlights, folks. What? The hell are you talking about?
The email was called Football or Pussy.
Oh, tackle the issue. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you're playing off football.
Yeah, I'm just.
Unless you tackle pussy. Do you tackle pussy?
Tackle pussy every day.
I've never been known to tackle pussy. I've been known to reach out and come here, baby. Mind you, that's with someone who was okay with that. Okay. So don't me to me, assholes.
No, it's just like it was a subtle thing. It's just one stupid word. I mean, like you can't prove that I was doing that on purpose. That I used that word on purpose.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't so bad. That wasn't bad at all. Be honest with you. It was some of the other stuff you would put in there, and I'd go in there and I'd see it, and I'd go, "Oh my God, I got this guy
last one
in
was
here."
I quoted Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That was the last thing they tried to write me up for. It's like, okay, the commander wants your head. He wants your head. I was like, this is literally my last day. I've got a few hours left. I don't give a shit. Like, go ahead, write me up.
I'm off to bigger and brighter things, man. I'm gonna do backups. Yeah, I mean, Richard wasn't the only one. I mean, I've had my screaming and shouting arguments with my lead in the middle of the night on the floor, and you got like 100 techs sitting around trying to answer questions and fix stuff over the phone and whatnot. And there's me and my lead screaming at each other, and they're like they're starting to freak out. They don't know how to take this, And once they got used to it, it's just John and Mike. They're over there yelling at each other again. Oh yeah, John's wrong as usual. I'll admit I was wrong, but hey, it was fun. Not too often you can work in a job you can yell at your boss and it doesn't do anything. Doesn't hurt you in the least. You need to learn how to play that.
I don't think think you can actually play.
Yeah, you can play tunes on that.
that.
Yes, you can. That's a flute. A flute has notes, and you can actually learn to play something. Matter of fact, it came with instructions, if I remember right.
My
Yeah, it's all in the finger.
I remember this back in elementary school. I'm like, what did this prepare us for exactly? In life, like,
I don't want to go there. I'm going to stay away from that subject. We've got enough Catholic priests in trouble. Okay, so that was pretty bad. But you know what? It just popped out. He comes up with something, and I'm, how can I twist this? Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm tired.
Well, you've had a full day.
Yeah.
You've had a full day. You replaced the toilet. You put in a bidet. See, I took the old toilet out, so I helped you with that.
Bottom of that things under that toilet hadn't seen light since the '80s.
Mm.
It's pretty goddamn frightening. A little fucking tiny red balloon came out of there, man. I was like, oh, no.
You realize the first time I use that damn thing, I'm gonna be half asleep, and I don't know which way I'm going to turn that knob. It makes it go boop.
It's gonna wake you up.
That's just. I don't want to be waking up. I want to be able to struggle back to bed and pull the covers over and go. Instead, I'm going to have a sparkling clean asshole and thinking, my shit don't stink. Yeah, but my shit don't stink no more.
What are you walking around with shitty butt right now?
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
How dare you go use it?
No.
How dare you go use it right now?
I took a shower before you showed up.
I'll turn the mic over that way. It's like John's first time using the bidet.
Yeah, this is me using the bidet. Woo!
I did turn the pressure all the way up. I don't know if that's how you wanted it, but
well, I'll adjust as I go. We'll see how it works. You said I could always move the target.
You and I were talking about this. Like we're in competition now. Who's got the cleanest asshole in San Antonio? Right now it's me. I mean, you may give me competition, but I don't know. We're gonna get in there with a jeweler's loop and a swatch, and
And where is he going with this, folks? Where is he headed? He's in right field, going over the fence, and he's headed for the parking lot. And by God, I don't know what's beyond the park. Oh, there's a Walmart. That figures. Bidets by Walmart. Oh, I could just see that. That would probably be a disaster. It'd be like those T-shirts you buy for $8 at 2 washings, they fall apart.
it'd probably just be a water bottle.
Yeah, water bottle with a little squirter on top.
Yeah, that is. I mean, if you look for really cheap bidets, that's what they sell.
A water bottle?
Yeah, if you go in it, like if you looked on Amazon right now, yeah, it's literally just a water bottle.
What the hell good does that do anybody? Well,
Cleans your ass.
They stand up and go whoop.
I guess it's like if you're out hiking or something and you have to take a shit.
Oh, Jesus.
And
I'm sorry, dude. If I'm out hiking, I gotta take a shit. There's leaves and rocks. That's how
rocks.
I've used river rocks to wipe my ass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Well,
they're smooth.
You don't want to grab
you don't want to grab hairs and whatnot. So they're smooth.
Poison ivy or
no.
God, have you heard about this thing called a gippy bush in Australia?
No, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
Yeah, my neurons are shutting down.
So next week we're going to learn about the gippy bush.
It's either a bush or a tree or a
tree.
It's
a tree. It's the one that shoots the seeds, or
it hits you with some kind of neurotoxin that.
Okay, yeah, I've heard something about. I remember reading something about that.
Like horses would brush up against it, and it's so painful they go run off a cliff.
Yeah, they've got something here in the States, generally in the northern states. It looks like a big elephant ear bush that sometimes just pops up in people's yards or next to their house.
Yeah.
And basically, yeah, if you touch that, you could actually die touching the damn thing.
Oh.
And then they tell you, don't set it on fire. Oh, hell no. Don't
No.
cut it down and set it on
Yeah,
fire.
no.
Because then you're spreading the shit all over and
Yep.
you're going to end up breathing it in.
Exactly. That's some geniuses, thought about of doing that to get rid of a bunch of poison ivy. It was like, oh, so I can get it in my lungs now. That's cool. Good job, guys. It's like, no,
And of course, I'm wearing my New York City t-shirt. I don't care what certain people say about New York City. I've been through New York City. I've been in New York City. It's not someplace I would live. Honestly, it just, wow. Strange people, strange place, very strange place. But New York City, 7 days hard. They work hard out there. I give them that. I don't care what other certain people say. I admire New York people who can live in New York City with cockroaches the size of school buses. Imagine you come home, there's a school bus in your damn house. Oh, shit. The can raid ain't gonna work, man. It ain't gonna work. Time to get out the two-bladed battle axe.
Those are rad roaches.
Rad roaches, yes. Roaches. And we're making a reference here to Fallout. Well, Richard, you got anything else tonight?
I don't think so.
No?
I'm burnt out.
Yeah, you're burned out. Okay.
That damn toilet killed me. It was, not that, like, okay, yeah, it's heavy and awkward and maneuvering it and all that. Getting in that awkward ass, pretzel-like position to try and thread these damn screws. I know I did not enjoy that part.
Well, neither one of us are 20 years old anymore, so. There was a time when that would have been easy. I mean, I've seen a professional do it in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
They
even say that on the box. It's like, oh yeah, it was easy, 15 minute installation. My ass.
Well, it is for a professional, but we're not professionals. Literally, what was going on
You
is
save $700.
Yeah, that's true. But what happened with the toilet is that the tank started leaking. Not badly, but it was dripping, so there's water on the floor, and that's when I noticed it. So when we got it all taken apart and the tank taken off, it turns out there were no bolts there to hold the tank to the toilet.
I think it was rusted off.
They just disappeared. They were gone. Nothing but a rust there. Nothing but rust. Now, mind you, the toilet was probably the original toilet when they built this house in 1983.
Yeah.
That might have had something to do with the fact that, 40 years later it falls apart. But it has been something of an adventure doing that and enjoying I won't say enjoying ourselves, but having a few giggles over it, And,
The things I've touched today, I think
Oh, God. Now then, once again, if you're into poetry and you're watching this, go on Facebook and look up Talking to Flowers in Low Gear. That's a poetry page I do. Richard, you want to shout out your Discord server? Or?
Nah.
No? Okay.
No,
Okay.
it's private.
Okay. And I can be found on Blue Sky as well. Bozo76 at Blue Sky. A much loved nom de plume that I was awarded by a friend's mother. Well, the Bozo part, anyways. But we'll be with you again hopefully next week. We'll come at you with another episode of John Sees the World. Or is it John Sees the World?
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
Maybe I'll